Today our topic is what Seneca taught about dealing with adversity. Life is full of challenges, and sometimes it feels like the world is against us. But what if I told you that these challenges are not just obstacles but opportunities for growth? This is one of the key lessons from Seneca, a famous Stoic philosopher who lived over 2,000 years ago. His teachings are still relevant today because they help us understand how to face difficulties with strength and wisdom. Seneca believed that adversity is not something to fear or avoid, but something to embrace. He said that hardship is a teacher, and through it we can become better, stronger, and more resilient. Let's explore his ideas and see how they can help us in our own lives. First, Seneca taught us that adversity is a natural part of life. No one can escape it, no matter how rich, powerful, or successful they are. He said, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. This means that just like exercise makes our muscles stronger, facing challenges makes our minds stronger. Think about it. When we overcome a difficult situation, we feel more confident and capable. Seneca believed that adversity is not a punishment, but a test. It shows us what we are made of and helps us discover our inner strength. So, instead of complaining or feeling sorry for ourselves when things go wrong, we should see it as an opportunity to grow. Another important lesson from Seneca is that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we react. This is a core idea in Stoicism. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." What does this mean? It means that sometimes we make our problems worse by worrying too much. We imagine the worst-case scenario and feel stressed or scared, even if it never happens. Seneca taught us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. For example, if you lose your job, you cannot change that fact, but you can control how you respond. You can look for a new job, learn new skills, or use the time to reflect on what you really want in life. By focusing on your actions and attitudes, you can turn a difficult situation into a positive one. Seneca also believed that adversity helps us appreciate the good things in life. He said, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself." When everything is easy, we take things for granted and forget to be grateful. But when we face challenges, we learn to appreciate the small joys in life, like the support of friends and family, a beautiful sunset, or a simple meal. Seneca taught us that adversity reminds us of what truly matters. It helps us see the value of things we might otherwise overlook. So, instead of resenting hard times, we should use them as a reminder to be thankful for what we have. One of the most powerful ideas from Seneca is that adversity reveals our true character. He said, "Fire tests gold. Adversity tests the strong." When everything is going well, it's easy to be kind, patient, and generous. But when things get tough, our true nature comes out. Adversity shows us who we really are and what we are capable of. It pushes us to our limits and forces us to make difficult choices. Seneca believed that this is when we have the chance to show courage, resilience, and integrity. For example, if you are going through a tough time at work, you might feel tempted to give up or blame others. But if you stay strong, keep working hard, and treat others with respect, you prove your character. Adversity is like a mirror that shows us our strengths and weaknesses. Seneca also taught us that adversity is temporary. No matter how bad things seem, they will not last forever. He said, "Time heals what reason cannot." This means that even when we can't find a solution to our problems, time will eventually bring change. Life is constantly moving, and nothing stays the same. The pain we feel today will fade, and new opportunities will come. Seneca reminded us to be patient and trust in the passage of time. He also said that we should not let our current struggles define us. Just because you are going through a hard time now doesn't mean your whole life will be hard. Adversity is just one chapter in your story, not the whole book. Another important lesson from Seneca is that we should not compare our struggles to others. He said, "We are all in the same storm, but we are not in the same boat." This means that everyone faces challenges, but we all experience them differently. What might seem like a small problem to one person could feel overwhelming to another. Seneca taught us to focus on our own journey and not judge ourselves based on others. It's easy to look at someone else's life and think they have it easier, but the truth is, we never know what someone else is going through. Instead of comparing, we should focus on how we can improve our own situation and support those around us. Seneca also believed that adversity is an opportunity to practice gratitude. He said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." This means that our fear of failure often makes challenges seem bigger than they are. But if we approach them with courage and a positive attitude, we can overcome them. Seneca taught us to be grateful for the chance to grow and learn. Even when things don't go as planned, we can find something to be thankful for. For example, if you fail at something, you can be grateful for the lesson you learned and the chance to try again. Gratitude helps us stay positive and keeps us moving forward. Finally, Seneca taught us that adversity is a reminder of our mortality. He said, "Life is long if you know how to use it." This means that our time on earth is limited, and we should make the most of it. Adversity reminds us that life is precious, and that we should not waste it on trivial things. It pushes us to focus on what really matters and to live with purpose. Seneca believed that we should use our time wisely, help others, and strive to be the best version of ourselves. Adversity can be a wake-up call that helps us reevaluate our priorities and make positive changes. In conclusion, Seneca's teachings about adversity are timeless and practical. He showed us that challenges are not something to fear, but something to embrace. Adversity makes us stronger, teaches us important lessons, and helps us appreciate the good things in life. It reveals our true character, reminds us to be patient, and encourages us to focus on what we can control. Seneca taught us to be grateful, to avoid comparing ourselves to others, and to use our time wisely. His wisdom can guide us through difficult times and help us live more meaningful lives. So, the next time you face a challenge, remember Seneca's words. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Embrace the struggle, learn from it, and use it to become the best version of yourself. Life is not about avoiding adversity, but about facing it with courage, resilience, and grace.